Hey, what is up? Defect Mage here, bringing another gameplay commentary. This is a ranked execution on streets. Basically, what I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm going to give you guys a quick little channel update, minor little announcement. I think it's minor, I don't think it's anything world-shattering, but quick little channel update, minor little announcement, and I'm going to talk about a recent change. Apparently, it's happened with the Lancer. Apparently it's got a buff. I think all the rifles got a buff, but the Lancer pretty much got a significant one from what I've been told. I'd have to really do some more research. Just go ahead and jumping on into it. The minor little announcement, I'm choosing to leave Legacy. It's the lack of activity that's bothering me, and I don't really feel a part of it all that much. It's just, and that's nobody's fault, and I wouldn't dare point fingers at someone. I just don't feel a part of it, and I'm just gonna be freelance. That's not gonna change anything with this channel. I'm still gonna, put out Gears of War content, and I'll still be putting out stuff, Gears related, obviously. It's just the lack of activity is what's hurting it for me, and I just don't really feel all that much a part of Legacy at the moment because of the activity, or lack thereof. But, go ahead and jumping right on into it. I'll probably have, another set of randoms up. I really don't have an ETA on it. I'm hoping it'll be better than my last batch, because I just kind of threw those together and I was still trying to get used to Nasher. I'm still getting used to Nasher, but I'll have something. And I'll have a Rages of War, so if you enjoyed hearing my good friend Jetlags rage a little bit, you'll get another dose of that, and with another person or two raging. Hopefully I'll get some more rages for it, but right now it's just him and another person I know is rages playing this game. Go ahead and jump right on into the buff. Recently, I think I heard about it late last night, and I was noticing it last night when I was playing a free-for-all match. I think I noticed it a little bit when I was playing a TDM match. I was noticing the outrageous, well, I wouldn't say outrageous, but apparently there's been a damage buff done to all the rifles in the game. Lancer, the Retro Lancer, the Hammerburst, the Classic Hammerburst, the Marks, they all got a damage boost across the board. Nothing crazy, from what I've been told. It's been a slight damage boost for all of them. But apparently the Lancer got the biggest damage boost of them all. And that's why you see me using it in this match. I think I played about 5 or 6 matches with my friends here, and I wanted to get a decent sample size, a good sample, of what the Lancer was capable of. And you'll see at some points in this video, I down people pretty quick. Now, some of that could be because of the spot grenades. Because when an enemy does enter into a spot grenade splash zone and they are marked, they do receive significantly more damage, and they have reduced health basically. Now I'm not sure if you'll see it in this video, but I have seen where people are not in the splash zone of a spot grenade, and they go down pretty quickly. Now, for those of you that, I'm mostly a Nasher user. I pride myself mostly on being a shotgun player. And I never really touch rifles all that much. And I think the only time I've ever used a rifle is when I kill someone and I pick up a rifle off of them and I have it just to replace my pistol. Or, I play overrun, and of course in overrun, you're more likely going to use a rifle in there depending on the class. But those are the only times I've ever used a rifle. And I don't really have... I primarily do not go for the kills when I have a rifle. I do most of my killing with a Nasher, 90% of the time, and it's just what I prefer to use. Now, for those of you that have more experience, I don't. You guys can look at this video and tell me, if the Lancer seems stronger in this video. I'm not too sure if it will show in this video where I have killed someone outside of a spot grenade, but I felt like it was pretty ridiculous, and I know the matches I had tonight, or the time period when we did this, I felt like it was ridiculously powerful at times. It could be silly strong. And I don't mind that the rifles have a boost, but, I mean, they need to dial back, I think, the Lancer. I've already gotten shot at a few times by the Retro. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought I could manage it. I thought the Hammer Burst, about what it was, a slight boost. You didn't, laugh at it. You took it seriously, obviously. But the Lancer just seemed like it was just too much at times. On this video here, you see that they are in the splash zone, so I don't really think you can look at that as a good example. But I felt like the matches I had tonight were pretty ridiculous with the Lancer. And, Judgement has been winning me over. I was hating it at first, but once I got the hang of the Nasher, and I'm still adjusting to it, Judgement was starting to win me over. I was starting to willing to, give it a... I was starting to really like it. But if this is the future of it, they need to do something significant with the Lancer. They need to dial it back. I don't think they need to nerf it, but I think they need to bring it back just a little bit more. And if they're gonna be giving rifles this kind of a boost, then why the hell haven't the Nashers gotten, or the shotgun players gotten more? I'm not too sure what the sawed-off starts off with ammo-wise, but yeah, I know the Nasher, we only get one reload. Or that's all we get, 8 shots. And after that, you better hit an ammo crate, or you better kill someone with those 8 shots, or pick up another weapon. I'm not too sure how much you get with the sawed-off, but with the Nasher, 8 shots is a bit slim. And in Gears 3, how you had 16, you basically had 2 reloads to work with. If they're going to be given rifles, they have a much larger ammo to work with, from the start. Nasher's only got 8 shots to work with. And with this damage boost, I honestly think, why not give Nashers, 16 shots? And, let's go a step further. Let's give them, let's give Nashers either maybe a tighter, a smaller spread, or so they can be more effective at longer ranges. I don't see that happening, but either that or give them a rate of fire increase. I mean, at this point, it's like some of the things they are doing in this game, Epic, I feel like they're just trying to, I don't know, I personally feel like they're trying to shove, the game into a more rifle-oriented direction. And, I guess some people enjoy that. I'm not going to judge and say it's horrible. I mean, I know some people prefer that. Me, I just think it's boring, and I mean, that's what I enjoyed about Gears of War. It was, shotguns. It was different. I loved it. But if rifles get any more powerful than what you're seeing here, and like I said, I don't know. Maybe this is, and I still have not seen, someone provide me, a post on the Epic forums, where someone has confirmed, Epic Games acknowledged that they tweaked the rifles and gave them a damage boost. Like I said, I just noticed it last night. It seemed like the rifles seemed like they had a little bit more oomph to them, so to speak. And, I seen posts today, people talking about how it seemed like the rifles had a little bit more punching power to them. And, I would like to see a little bit more confirmation, but, for you guys that, you have probably used them a little bit more than me, you guys can be the judge and tell me if this seems rather normal and maybe people are overreacting a tad bit. But, if there is a buff, then this is just a tad bit overdone. Now, I mean, I played some free-for-all today. I played some domination. I played some TDM. I didn't get too annoyed. I mean, there were some vultures in free-for-all that would sit back with their Lancer and wait for everybody to get into a shoddy battle. And they'd sit back and basically, pick at the bone, so to speak. They'd pick people off because they knew they were hurt. And they got to the top of the scoreboard that way. And I'm not talking about, like, I think I talked about in the previous video, some people did that, but wasn't as bad as this. I mean, they were getting up there and they were dominating with it. But I just don't. I mean, this isn't what I look forward to when it comes to Gears of War. I don't want to see a rifle fest or a rifle-dominated game. You know, I'd rather. You know, if I'm going to be messing with rifles, I'd rather play some Call of Duty. I mean, I know there's more than just rifles in Call of Duty, but I would rather have that. Because at least when I put Call of Duty into my 360's into the disc tray of my 360, I know what I'm getting. I know I'm getting a Call of Duty game. This, it seems like it's trying to change. It's trying to change too much, I feel. And change isn't bad. You know, you have to do changes to, you know, grow your fan base for a game. You don't want to make it stale, and then everybody says, well, it's just a repeat of the last one and such. You have to, you know, change some things, but I think when you make it too big of a drastic change, you do turn off more players, or your older players, or hardcore players. I just feel like with this slight tweak they've done with the rifles, I think it's just a bit much, especially for the Lancer. It's mostly the Lancer that's bothering me. I can deal with the retro. I don't think it's bad. Hammerburst, more or less the same. It isn't. I don't think it's crazy. But the Lancer just seemed a little powerful today, I felt. I got Lancer straight once, and I knew there was something up. And I got the drop on this kid when it happened. Just really, I mean, you know, I hope they do something, you know, where they tweak it back just a little bit. I don't see like I said, the other rifles, the boosts they got, you know, you notice they have a little bit more to them, but they're not overwhelming. You do have to play a little bit more tactically, more or less. In this game, and I acknowledge, you know, this is a full 5 team going up against. I think it was. I'm not too sure if it was a team of 4 or a team of 3. May have been randoms. I'd have to look again. You know, even if it is randoms, I mean, you can see some of the instances where I have to, you know, do some work with the Lancer. It's a little too much. I feel the damage output that the Lancer can put out. This is coming to an end. You know, I'll catch you guys later. And like I said, you know, I hope nobody in Legacy, you know, takes me leaving as me burning bridges or I'm blaming someone. It's nobody's fault, really. It's just I don't feel like I belong there now, and I just think it's you know, the lack of activity is my reason for leaving. Once again, I'll catch you guys later. I'm flying solo now. I'm no longer Legacy Mage. I am Defect Mage. I'll catch you guys later. Like I said, I'll have a set of randoms out, don't have an ETA, and I'll have Rages of War out real soon. So, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Oh, yeah. I got an epic prize box. Dude, I out-Lancer straight his retro. I don't know how. Dude, I might upload that, like, Lancer versus retro now.